So a statement by relationship coach and pastor Kingsley Okonkwo has sparked intense debate online. According to him, many men lack what it truly takes to be good leaders, arguing that once money is removed from the equation, several men fall short in spiritual, emotional, mental, and moral capacity. He further questioned the long-held belief that a man's primary role is simply to provide financially, describing it as an outdated mindset that no longer reflects today's realities. Ladies, do we agree with this view or do we disagree? And of course, we want our viewers to tell us if they agree or disagree by joining the conversation on 0201-635-2012 or 0201-635-2011. And you can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC, and we're streaming live on YouTube as well at TVC Entertainment. Ladies, do we agree or don't we agree?
Before I say what I want,
okay,
can I quickly apologize to Buki Oluwabukola Abdusalam, our director? Today is her birthday. On behalf of myself and on behalf of the ladies on the table, Buki, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Our director, yes.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, our volume is Buki.
Yeah.
If you don't hear it, it's still
exactly.
Buki. It's Buki that calls it.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
People
Buki.
behind the camera.
Please, I'm totally in agreement with this pastor.
Okay.
Particularly because even where we were raised to look for men who can afford, not men who can, who have the moral qualities. They say in my language, oh, your term, and they used it at my wedding so much, meaning that, is he man enough? In the pockets.
Okay.
It's usually in the pockets, whether he's man enough, and it's across cultures. In Nigeria, in Europe, everywhere, a handsome man is supposed to be not just a fine boy, but handsome.
In his pockets.
In his pockets. And so he had to be, that the man had to work hard towards that to qualify. Whether any other thing is deficient, this boy is making you happy. Even I have argued on the table that, well, as long as it's not giving you a problem of how to pay your children's school fees, mind yourself. We've always conditioned to see once he can provide, he doesn't have to be a good human being. And now that women are now demanding good human being, because women have now passed the position of looking for pockets. Most women can afford what pocket can provide. You see a lot of women who can afford it being single because men don't consider them submissive enough. It is that one who depend, who are disempowered, so you can control, that you marry. A woman who is so empowered is usually not the target market for men. Because she doesn't listen to me. You can't control. Because good qualities, a good person is not what the dynamics that we are looking for in a human being. A human being that is kind, that is committed, that is loyal, that is, family-oriented, is not the focus of most male and female in our clients in today's world. And that clash is why we say empowered women are feminists. Because the woman is not asking, will he treat me equally? Does he consider me? Will he also serve me if I'm his wife? Does he come in and think, everybody in this house, I'm the first person to come in, let me make food available? A man can come in just because I have sent you money at the end of the month. If the money is enough, not enough, you wait there hungry until you come back, whatever time you come back, even if it's 5 hours after him, to come and provide food. And it will be justified because he did not give you money, Those good things of, how the house runs, how a family structure runs, to the point that our boys don't even have role models, except how to make money too. So, my teacher always says that a woman can try to be a father and succeed at it. So you see some women who are masculine enough to fill both positions. But a man trying to be a mother, he can't even start from when the child is a baby. Okay. But the boys don't see a proper giving, character-wise person in their men, except how to work for pockets.
Are you saying this is more recent or this is how it has always been?
It's always been. It's always been taught to us, and we're having a problem with today's world. In those days, in my mother's days, the women didn't have to have any form of empowerment. You just need to learn how to cater to a man, and he provides for you. And that's the dynamics of marriage. But the dynamics have since changed. If you can afford certain things for yourself, are those the qualities that you'll be discussing your life partner with? Is this character and everything, and that's where the problem is.
Okay, who would like to go next?
So I did a video in 2023. I remember clearly I did that video because I was in Benin and I had challenges there was network issue. I spoke to two friends, two mentees that were going through relationship issues. They're not married, they live alone, they are mobile, they bought themselves a car, they pay their rent, they pay school fees for their siblings, and they are in relationships, and it's seeming like they were both frustrated about the quality of men or the kind of conversation they were having with their boyfriends at the time. And I did a video, I said, what can you offer a woman that does not need your money? And that for me is, the answer is leadership. Is that the gap is men don't understand what it takes to lead. They understand provision. African men understand the responsibility of provision. They said the irresponsible one, but majority of African men, is their responsibility. I will provide for you. I will pay for your rent. I will do everything. But when that is done, what else do you have to offer? What is your essence outside money? That is a gap that I bless God for. Pastor Kingsley, he's been preaching it. He's speaking about it. We need to train men. We need to train men to stand in the place of leadership and be visionary. So you see a woman you want to date, and you are able to see the future and explain what is the possibility of that future. You are able to hear her dreams and help her bring clarity to the dream. When I met my husband, I wanted to be a makeup artist. Within a month of us we're not even dating yet, I was going to go for a DLA, Daystar Leadership Academy. I went for the DLA. He registered my business. He brought his friend to do logo. We did flyer already. Like someone that understands what you want to achieve and is ready to support you. Who you are seeing one, he will tell you, can we do times 10? That is what women need. That's what men need to provide. Some men don't even understand how to set goals for their household. What are we doing this year as a family? And when women push for it, the man will be like, you're putting too much pressure on me. We need to have conversations about what leadership means, which is influencing for positivity. So if you are a man or a husband, your leadership role isn't just to provide, it is to influence that family towards a positive
I hear you talk about, who do we blame for that behavior? Do we blame parenting, or do we just blame society and what women are asking for? Because I've seen situations where men are thrown away or put aside because they don't have the money. They have all these amazing skills, but they don't have the money. And many times, in fact, 8 times out of 10, richer men are picked over those who do not have money.
Okay, so I have a lot to say, and I will just double from one into the other. But for who is to blame, I think both parties are to blame. Because most of the time, when people go into relationships, especially the one leading into marriages, most people, if you ask them, what do you discuss before marriage? What are the things what are the pressing issues on your table? Like like somebody asks, okay, can you endure cheating? And the woman says yes. And then in line, there was one story I read. Along the line, he started cheating. He told the wife, I might be cheating soon. And then she comes out and is saying, my husband this, because he asked you. There are certain things that should be on the table when you want to get married. But I doubt these days that people actually sit down and trash these things out. They just do it as vibes and inshallah. I love what Pastor Kingsley said. He said is outdated syllabus and archaic mindset. It's true. But the thing is, people are beginning to run away from it. We are breaking free from it now. He also mentioned different aspects that men should man up to. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Now, for spiritually, most men believe that, the spirituality of the family lies with the woman. Meanwhile, as it is with the Bible, the man is the priest in the house. I was listening to Pastor Bolaji Dawood the other day when he was talking about the man being the priest in his house. And being a priest means you have to intercede for your family. It's not your wife that should have the war room. It's not your wife that should be praying for husband and children. You should be the one. So most men have failed in this aspect. So spiritually, the man is supposed to stand up and be the cover because he is the head. It's like most men now, they've relinquished their headship to their women. So men have to man up. So Pastor Kingsley is correct when he says that. So mentally, your wife sometimes, she loses herself
women sometimes when they get into marriages, you're not as snatched as you used to be, your face is not as fine as you used to be. You see that you're struggling to maintain your self-worth to keep your husband. And most husbands even make it glaring to you that I don't appreciate you anymore. I've had someone tell me that after she had her first child, she has never made love to her husband for over 3 years now. Yes, that the husband tells her that I don't like big tummy, you know, I don't like big tummy. That kind of stuff. You have to be there mentally.
Is the husband 12?
Oh. So I'm just saying that Pastor Kingsley did not just say, he broke it down. And mentally, you know that women go into depression. They lose their self, and most of the time they take it out either on the kids or the people around them. So men should support their women mentally. That time that your wife is feeling, I'm no longer responsible, I'm no longer looking good, you should appreciate your wife. Take her out and help her mental state. Most men don't do this. They don't read the room. They don't support.
I'm now, hearing all this you're saying, right?
Can I land with this?
Okay,
can
finish
I land?
then.
So, emotionally, you know that most of these marriages, there was one Nollywood actor who said, if you take away the kids from the equation, when kids have grown up and they've gone out, you will see that the marriage has been dead long ago. So the emotions are no longer there. So emotionally, you know, they call women the weaker cells. They are the ones that are the emotional ones and all that. But it's not wrong for a man to be vulnerable at all. So when decisions happen that make the woman stand at the receiving end, men should be able to be emotional towards this woman. For instance, now, you're thinking of, okay, we have 2 jobs, children are coming in, somebody has to drop for the other person to come. Mostly it lands on the woman's table. Yes, she's the one who gives her career, gives way for her career and other things. And then you are the one that is, she's helping you build your legacy, taking care of your children, and the children are answering your name, and then you're not even empathetic towards her. So men have to be emotionally connected to these things that happen to women, because most of the problems happening in families is because of their negligence towards this aspect that Pastor Kingsley has said.
Abigail, I have to tell you, I love how you've broken it down, you know.
I like it.
It sounds great, but as I'm sitting here, I'm not a man, but I'm like, if I do all these things, then what will the wife do? And I know that there are people will be asking that, because we had our roles, you know, the way it worked before. It was easier. Everybody knew what they were supposed to do. The wife is supposed to pray. While I go out there, I hunt, I make the money. It's not easy making the money. Sometimes I'm out of my house at 4 a.m. Before I come back, it's late at night. I make sure I provide this kind of lifestyle that my wife wants. She wants to travel the world. She wants to send her children to school. She wants to do this business. She wants to hang out with her friends. It takes a lot of work to do that. Now you want me to add emotional, mental, prayer.
Please, who wrote this role?
Well, let me address a bit of the ease of the past. I know that you also would want to say something to that. In the past, it was easy to just drop money and leave. Women would raise the children, manage the household. The man's only responsibility was to just put money on ground. But there was a gap there
and protect.
The gap in that, we were having gap in terms of children, especially the boy child, even girls. Girls were having the gap that they didn't have a father figure. They had a provider, but they did not have the nurturing and support of their father. So they were seeking that male support from boys very early. And when you see the man step into that role for the girl child, those girls are more confident. Girls that had the love and support of their fathers are more vocal, they are more confident, they are more successful, and they are less prone to abuse. They are less prone to abuse because they are more secure from their house. Also for the boys that have support from their father also turn out stronger. So, but we see the gaps now. The reason we see the gaps now is because the men didn't sit up then. They dropped money and left the room. The few men that you see that are responsible and doing amazing job had mentors or decide to retrain themselves to say, this is a better life. We didn't have enough models that showed how masculinity could still be as a father. Masculinity beyond providing. Masculinity in terms of understanding the emotional support the woman needs per time. We didn't have that. And we were not discussing it because we didn't even have the, you know what you don't know, you miss it, because I don't even know that is necessary. If I've never eaten pizza before, I don't know what they are missing. But when you watch movies and see them eating pizza and they're like, oh, it's so delicious. You're like, I've never eaten this pizza before. Maybe I should try it. But if you've never seen it before, I don't know what pizza before. Pizza, I'm eating amala, I'm eating eba, I'm okay. Edikaiko is the best thing in the world. Until you now see somebody say, pasta, and they're eating it. So what we are now seeing is some people are coming out with their marriage and saying, oh, this is what my husband is, or this is what I do. And other women are realizing, you mean men can provide this kind of support
and still do this
and still provide financially? Wow, this is what we're missing. Then we are not, all of us are opening our eye now and saying, we want more, we want more. Give us good roads, give us good house. That's the way it is. So where we are there, and men need to now man up into that role, especially because you now have women who don't depend 100% on you financially. You need to show more.
You know, the other day we talked about men who are not being committed financially, where they just stay back. Oh, my wife is empowered, she pays the bills, you know. And so it just feels like if we're asking men to show up in all these other ways, can we excuse them from the money-making part of it as well?
They're not being excused. They're excused now. Women were beaten, even though they provided. They were made to condition to tell society, oh, my husband bought it. It's my husband. It's a guy. So that they, you know, to keep the men's ego well oiled. And men need to understand that leadership is beyond shouting it. I'm the man. We are not in the cave anymore. Nobody is asking for your biology.
I like where you went. We're not in the cave anymore. So times have changed.
Times have changed. We are not in the cave. Your leadership is to lead, and you have to have emotional intelligence for it. When you see they call for conferences for family and all of that, you see women. Because we always think we want to solve our family problem. But men always say, I will solve it. Don't worry, when we come back.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.